Hello everybody, Loomer here. So I know it's been a while, but I have an Artifact Assault game for you today, which is, I know, crazy. It's my first team game video, I think, since the game came out. I haven't played too many team games, a lot of it due to the matchmaking system and everything. Also, a lot of my friends from Brotherhood haven't played that much, but in a kind of stroke of luck, I saw 3 of my friends from the Brotherhood days of playing suddenly all on ACR for some strange reason, like out of nowhere. So in this match I'm playing with my friends Dr. Europe, Lonsler, and Epona. Although with Epona it's fake Epona, it's her sister, but none of us knew that because she sounds exactly like her sister, so kind of fooled all of us for a couple hours we were playing with her. But anyway, Dr. Europe, you might, if you see my very first video on my channel, I've known him since then, and Lonsler, who often gets mistaken for me. But they were all on, and so we decided to play some team games, and these are some of the first team games I played since the game came out. And I really wanted to try Artifact Assault again because I really liked it in the beta, but I only played it for a few games, and I hadn't really played it in the release, except there was one, I played like one game with, it was a team of me, Esco, Shenmue, and Wingspan. It was a pretty awesome lineup, and but it was just like we trounced like some newbies. It was like, I think it was like a score of like 12-0. So it sounds like a cool lineup, but the game itself was actually kind of boring to watch because we were just running around in circles, like beating up on these noobs. It was like 12-0 at the end or something like that. And I chose this match because it's actually, we as a team we had some of those kinds of matches where we would just like totally like beat up on noobs, but they're actually kind of boring to watch and play, honestly. And so I picked this one because I'm assuming you guys would rather see a match that's a little more close and with people who know what they're doing. So in this match, it's against a bunch of randoms, but I actually know, well, I kind of know 2 of them. So one of them is Frost Knight right here, who I played some Wanted games with earlier at some point, and he's a very good player. And then there's also Ripeclaw, who, if you, yeah, there he is. Hello. If you visit the Ubisoft forums, he's a very unique personality on there. I think is the best way to describe it. So, pretty good players, pretty fun matches. So we split up into offensive, defensive teams. I believe this is the first game we've played together, all on the same team. The match before this, we were split up as we were getting started. And so you can see the new smoke bomb changes. That is kind of ridiculous. The removal of the delay time, I'm still not used to it, and I don't really mind that they took out the delay. I just wish they had kind of compensated by increasing the smoke bomb cooldown or taking out some other benefits of it. Wow, I'm doing horribly on this match. That was not even locked onto the right person there. But so anyway, like I mentioned before, we split up into offensive, defensive teams. I chose to be on the defense. I should preface this by saying that this is not, we don't play really super seriously. We're just kind of playing for fun. We didn't talk any strategy. It was kind of like, who wants to defend, who wants to attack? Okay. And so these are not necessarily optimal strategies, but what we kind of settled into was me and Dr. Europe on defense. I would take kind of this kind of outer edge defensive spot where I'm outside of the compass desync range, so I can actually track people on the compass, and then I can either take them out as they're coming in or leaving, or I can totally knife the hay bale, or I could lock people as they go in if I couldn't get to them, and then I'd call it out to Dr. Europe, and so he'd be in the area next to the artifact where the compass desyncs, but he would have a good plan, a good idea where they were coming from, and still be able to take them out. So that worked out pretty well, actually. And so I use knives and gun, and so I'm kind of embracing my inner super pro here. It's just kind of one of my favorite parts about Artifact Assault is if you're on defense, it's kind of just, nothing, your scores don't matter except for the captures. And I used to think even the points would break ties or something, but I think if you tie actually with captures, just everyone's in first place. Have you ever seen that Simpsons with like the when Bart's like in the special school and they play the musical chairs and there's like twice as many chairs as kids and they're like, yay, everyone's a winner? That's kind of like what happens if you if you tie in an Artifact Assault, just as everyone takes first. So points don't matter at all, except for like your XP and stuff. And so it's really just all about captures and kills, and it's kind of a nice change of pace from stuff like Deathmatch and Wanted. so I'm using guns and knives. Overall cooldowns, I was using resistance in this one, just kind of experimenting with it. I think later I settled on kill buffer, so it would help build towards my animus hack streak, which you can then use to hack the defensive side. But sentry might also not be a bad perk if you're playing it the way I do, because the extra lock time helps you get those aerial kills on people as they're coming in, and it also helps keep track of them for people like Dr. Europe who might be further in, stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, kill buffer I ended up pretty much using exclusively after this match, I think. I think Dr. Europe's using like a combination of tripwire mines and possibly knives. I'm not 100% sure. This I completely messed up. I was trying to actually jump over to the other end and do like an acrobatic aerial kill, but because I had locked onto him, I jumped straight towards him. Like when you lock onto someone, you just kind of jump straight towards them. And so I kind of messed up on there. And so, this is kind of nice. It lets me kind of practice things like free running and locking, stuff that that are kind of weak areas for me, but I don't really get to exercise much because of the way I play Wanted in Deathmatch. I really don't do a lot of free running. And, that's the kind of thing that you might also be able to hone, in a mode like Assassinate maybe or something, but it's like honestly hard for me to take Assassinate seriously sometimes with kind of the tactics involved with it. And so this is kind of a nice way for me to focus on stuff like locking and free running and to get better at them. And I'm watching this and like I already know I'm doing pretty. This isn't my best game at all, and in the Artifact Assault games I played recently, I can already tell a difference it's made in how well I'm able to free run and take people out. So it's been a ton of fun. This is pretty much my new favorite team mode, I think, in the entire series. I kind of enjoy Manhunt, Chest Capture, but this one, it's just I really like having a full 10-minute round instead of it being split up into 2 different 5 rounds, and you can just change roles on the fly depending on what you want to do. I really should have knifed that guy there. I'm still, like I said, this is one of my first games since the release, so I'm still learning and making a lot of mistakes in this match. But, it's just so dynamic. There's so many different things you can do, and I think it was just a really well-executed mode. I was really impressed. I'm really happy with how this and Deathmatch turned out in the final game. Corruption is kind of fun, but I kind of lost interest in a while. Steal the Artifact is just dumb. It's really dumb. I really hate it. But so I've just been having a lot of fun with this, and this game is about having fun. So I know a lot of people have been having issues with the bugs and everything. If you're having trouble with stuff like that, or you're just getting frustrated with like stuff, try a mode like this, or don't play the game. But I mean, a mode like this, roofers, runners, it's fine. You just take them out with your knives and gun. It's kind of part of the game. Offensive smoke bomb. If you're on the defense side like that, it's not even really a problem. Or stuff like that. Just try different stuff out. I mean, you never know. You might find that you're having fun again. I don't know. I mean, I'm certainly frustrated with all the glitches and bugs in here, but they don't seem to annoy me as much as I think a lot of other people, especially some of the people on the Ubisoft forums. I mean, I still have fun playing the game. I still enjoy playing it whenever I have a chance and free time to do it. Anyway, so back to the gameplay. Offensive side, smoke teleport is pretty much seems to be the standard these days as far as the offensive set for this. That's probably my one complaint. So teleport is really made for this mode. You can kind of use it in like Corruption or Steal the Artifact a little bit, but it really shines in this mode. And probably my only complaint with Artifact Assault is that if the offensive side constantly uses smoke teleport, it can feel kind of one note almost. But there's just enough counters to smoke teleport that it still keeps the game fun for me. Like, you can shoot them if you're quick enough. I'd definitely craft your gun to be quick firing, reduce focus time on that. You can knife them, you can mute them, you can possibly throw a smoke bomb to cancel out the teleport. So there's enough ways to cancel it that it still keeps it fun. It's on the verge of being kind of one note and annoying to me. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the match. I had it really fun. So as an update on what I'm up to, I'm gonna be pretty busy for the next while, actually. There's just a lot of work stuff and personal life stuff going on, so I'll be doing videos when I can, but it's gonna be, kind of at the whim of, how hectic my personal life is, and also just keeping myself so I don't get burnt out on stuff, especially after doing all the Templar training episodes. I have do a lot of work each week for those, and so I'm trying really hard not to get burnt out on making videos. So you might see stuff here and there. probably less of the usual commentary. I think stuff like Wanted and Deathmatch videos will probably go up in like the podcast highlights episodes for Respawn. You guys don't really need me to explain what's going on, I think, especially after the Templar training series. So probably won't see too many videos like that anymore. More like podcast episodes. Maybe I'll do some subscriber challenges, I'm not sure. And I know people have been asking about open lobbies, and I'm hoping to do one possibly at the end of the month. I was hoping to live stream it on YouTube, but I was having quality issues with that, so I might not even live stream it. So maybe at the end of the month, maybe in May. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you enjoyed the small update to what's been going on, and I'll see you next time.